So there's this viral chart that's going around on the internet that is the 9 least attractive hobbies according to women. And I'm one of the biggest offenders of half the list. So I want to give you a little bit of hope and say that you can do these things and still be attractive. And if you're new here, my name is Paul Klingen, and I've helped hundreds of Star Wars nerds all over the world get in the best shape of their life using gamified fitness. On this channel, you'll also find hundreds of videos of me in cosplay and helmets working out. And I'm pretty sure that my wife finds me attractive. I think at least pretty sure. So let's break down this list. Playing video games, 90%. Now, I've played video games, and I will say my wife, girlfriends in general have found me less attractive if I'm playing 20, 30, 40 hours of it, because it correlates to me not having any ambition, any initiative, and any drive. That's not to say that that's the case all the time, but a lot of times if you're spending a ton of time there, you're not spending it in the real world. Collecting figurines. I have hundreds of action figures. They're awesome. They go in my office. And so I think that this one is totally fine. Magic tricks. Honestly, I think it can be charming. And if the right person did it at the right time, you're good. But if you're going in there pulling a rabbit out of the hat at a bar, maybe not. Online trolling, honestly, this isn't even a hobby. This is just negative people. And yeah, negative people aren't going to be attractive. So if you're trolling and being just a total brain rot D-bag on the internet, probably stop doing that. Gambling, honestly, I think this is fine. It's obviously going to be in moderation. And if you're losing your mortgage every single month, stop doing that. I think the big concern here is just how much time it pulls away because you're watching a ton of sports, and potentially if you can't afford things because you spend it all on gambling, that's obviously going to be unattractive as well. Women want security. They want peace of mind. Not having any money because you spend it all on gambling, probably going to run away from that. Building model trains. I don't know what they got against model trains. I think it's one of the most peaceful things you can do, whether it's model trains, Lego. I used to do a lot of action figure photography, and I'd build out these models. And so honestly, this is just a cool hobby. Hell on women on that one. Taxidermy can maybe be a little creepy if it's like a naked mole rat, but if it's something that you're passionate about, hunting, I've got a bunch of helmets in my gym, so that's just, mounted things just overlooking you. I think it can be overlooked. Not an issue there. And then comic book collecting. I've got comics. It's a fun hobby. And honestly, comic book collecting is way better than 99% of other things that you can get into. A couple of these I get. And the reason why I can see them being not attractive is because it correlates to not having ambition, not having drive. And if that is you and you're just sitting on the couch eating Hot Pockets, overweight, nothing going for you, then that could be seen as a detractor because those hobbies that you're doing are preventing you from going and actually doing something. But you could totally do them, still have ambition, still be, taking care of yourself, still be taking care of your hygiene, and have those and be totally fine. This is something that I found really interesting. I've now posted this video 4 times. It's gone viral every single time because it hits people right in the sweet spot. Here's what I mean. Nerdy dudes are the most underrated guy to date. And so here's me with my helmet. You got my action figures in the background, my Darth Vader shirt, Lego sitting in the back. And these are all things that are on the list. What's really funny is there's over 1,000 comments on this video, over 1 million views on this video. It's done probably 10 million total with all the different times I've posted it. Here we go. I agree. Nerds are the best guys to date. I married one. Best decision ever. Star Wars nerds who work out. My husband was a nerd. He ran around on me. It's not to say that it's one way or the other. There's just hobbies and interests that can correlate to attractive traits, unattractive traits. And there are millions of women who love those hobbies that you're into, and you just got to go and find them. What we got to address, though, is the elephant in the room. Who is the person, what kind of person that is doing these hobbies? And I think this is a really good example of this. Ethan, and a lot of people, when they think nerds, they think someone who doesn't take care of themselves. I think at one point he was 500 pounds. Obviously, that's not healthy. And what they're more concerned with is, hey, are you taking care of your health? Are you taking care of your career? Are you someone who has a passion, someone who has purpose, someone who is confident? And a lot of times that confidence is derived from the things that you do to develop confidence. Fitness being one of those things where if you are setting goals and achieving them, you're going to feel more confident. Women are attracted to that confidence. They want to be around that. If you are someone who has passions that they can get involved in, that is also going to be something that they find attractive. One of the things that gets overlooked for this is that I cannot actually say that losing weight has made me happier. I don't think that's true. I think that achieving something I set out has given me volumes of happiness, and that is pretty great. So achieving something in the real world, not figurines, not video games, is going to give you that confidence that you're looking for. And so the last thing I want to just kind of hammer home at this point is that purpose and confidence. If you've got those two things, you can get away with all the video games, all the action figures, because those are just side pieces of you. If that is your entire life and you have nothing to be confident about, or you're not confident, well, that's going to impact how you are in relationships. In a way, I would think about this: musicians, athletes, performers, business owners, people who are, really dedicated to their career, or even really dedicated to their children. Women find that attractive and they want to go and be a part of that. They see you pouring your heart and soul into something, and that is an attractive trait. What it also does, though, is that is your main mission, that is your main focus. Now they got to kind of compete for that. If you're someone who has nothing going for you, and then your girl is your only thing that is your main focus, that ends up being unattractive. There's got to be a little bit of push and pull here. And so having a purpose, having things you're confident about, that causes people to be pulled towards you, as opposed to, in this case, being repelled from you. I don't know if this chart is based off data, what, age range, hobbies those women are into, but I think whether you want to be, more attractive to women, whether that's your spouse, whether that's girls that you're dating, or just someone that people want to be around, have your hobbies, but have a good balance of ambition and drive, create that confidence, create that purpose, and you're going to be someone that everyone wants to be around. And if you're like, man, I don't know where to start. Well, if only there was a place where there was hundreds of workouts that tapped into your nerdy side, AKA this channel, where I put on a Boba Fett helmet, I put on a clone trooper helmet, I put on a Mandalorian helmet and work out. Had thousands of people go through and start with this. It's completely free. You can follow along. Link in the description will send you some nutrition toolkit, challenge calendar, and different references to help you. But I just want to make this video because it's like, you can totally have those hobbies, but you got to have the other side. Get in shape, get confident, create things that make you confident, figure out what your purpose is, what your mission is, whatever it is. Find something that you want to be great at. That will make you more attractive. Then play video games, collect action figures, nerd out, work out, do all that good stuff. All right, troopers, catch you in the next video. Drop any comments. Peace.